We're back with Michael Rabb, a good friend for many years, patriot like myself from WGBB. By the way, WGBB stood for Where Great Broadcasting Begins. But it was good memories. But anyway, Michael, God forbid we get hit with another horrendous storm. Is Long Beach, the South Shore, in your opinion, and you're one of the best experts out there, are we going to be ready?
Howie, that is a fantastic question that needs to be posed publicly. The answer is the city of Long Beach, the county of Nassau, the state of New York, is ready with their emergency plans. And by the way, those plans have been what? Improved since Hurricane Sandy. Some have even been rehearsed since Hurricane Sandy. But Howie, it's not our government that I'm concerned about. I am concerned about the family, the individual. Are they ready for the next storm? And many times I believe that we were all arrogant about Hurricane Sandy. Who thought that I would have 6 feet of water in my house? I couldn't believe it when I got home. So now that we saw it happen the first time, what are we doing as individuals to be ready? Is it a go bag or is it a go box? Is it a couple of suitcases rather than just a little backpack? Am I taking one pair of underwear or a week's supply so I could go to the laundry with it? Am I taking medication? And is my medication for 2 or 3 days, or is it the medication I need for a month? And not only is it my regular medication, but is it the medication I just might need every once in a while? Do my kids know where I'm going to be? Do my family know where am I going to be? And what if plan A doesn't work? Do I have a secondary place to go? Right now, if I have an emergency, maybe I'd go stay with my dad. But what if my dad's house got affected as well? Do we have a secondary plan? What about food? What about electricity? So the question comes into play, we need to start thinking way ahead as to what we're going to need. Because if you're going to wait for the National Weather Service to announce that a hurricane warning is coming up, and you expect to go to Home Depot and to go over to your supermarket and pack and ready then, you will not be ready. If you go to I think it's Be Ready or ready.gov, ready.gov is one of them, but almost every Office of Emergency Management website has great checklists on how to be ready for it. And, I don't want to beat it, Howie, but I can't tell you how many people are wise guys, and they think they could just ride it out. Well, if they're going to ride it out, take a magic marker and put your social security number on your arm. Because if somebody's going to discover your body, they should at least know who you were. That's how sad it is, Howie.
Yeah.
But, and then one last thing I want to mention regarding being ready, and that has to do with your pet. You can't believe, Howie, how many people stayed home, not because of the sheltering of themselves, but because they couldn't find sheltering of their pet. Nassau County, and as part of our emergency management plan, we have an affiliation with an amazing organization that is ready to shelter not only your pet, but your pet with your family. This is something that came out as a wonderful growth result of Hurricane Sandy. We kept the pets separate from parents. Now parents could be with their pets. So as we move ahead and as we're going to get ready for the next one, by the way, Howie, there will be a next one. It's a question of when.
It's nature.
Not if. And I think at this point, I think we all have to realize that it's going to happen. Stop talking about it. Stop guessing about it. Plan for it, and keep your gear ready to respond.
Absolutely. I just read in Newsday that the county spent millions of dollars on sand in the dunes. So I see stories like that, and I'm encouraged that it's being taken very seriously.
One hurricane could take away that entire new dune they're putting in, Howie. Don't be fooled by effort, okay? You could put that dune there. It's going to look gorgeous. It will hold back, let's say, a little hurricane. But if a Hurricane Sandy came through, I don't know. I don't have enough confidence that 15 feet of dune is going to hold back that kind of an ocean for that sustained period of time. Did the homes get lifted? Did you pull your car out of the neighborhood? Did you take your valuables out of your downstairs and put them upstairs anyway? What if the water does hold at the dunes, Howie, but the water comes back around through the bulkheads through the bay? Then you can have a basin. But let me say this, Howie, we do have hope, and there is help out there. On August 18th, write this down, people out there, August 18th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Long Beach Library, I am running a program. It's called Sandy Recovery Through Education. We have 2.5 hours of expert speakers coming in to talk about getting the proper flood insurance for your house into the future, how to deal with architects and contractors, how to deal with consumer
What day
affairs
is it?
issues. Oh God, I don't even
Saturday,
know.
Sunday?
I believe it's a Wednesday. I don't
Wednesday,
even know. Like
okay.
I say, I don't even know. But just look it up. It's the 18th of August. It's at the library. I think I have about 7 or 8 different speakers with topics coming in. And we're talking about
I think it's a Thursday.
Okay, and we're talking about accessibility issues. Think of it this way, Howie. Could you imagine lifting a house 10 feet in the air and you have a wheelchair?
Wow.
So we're talking also about issues of New York Rising, supporting installing ramps and wheelchair elevators and lifts. We're going to be talking about consumer affairs issues. Many consumers, by the way, Howie, it's really sad. Many people are getting ripped off by contractors. We're there to help show you how to pick out a good contractor, how to deal with one that's having, that you're having trouble with, and then how to chase down and actually how to prosecute. Nassau County, by the way, Howie, is prosecuting unscrupulous architects and contractors that are taking advantage of people. And the most vulnerable people are the ones being taken advantage of. Our seniors, our people with special needs. Howie, that's why I'm out here as an advocate and as a liaison. If there's anybody out there that has questions, come to our event in Long Beach. If you have any other questions, reach out to me at Nassau County. My email address is mrab, that's M as in Michael, rab, R-A-A-B, at nassaucountyny.gov. Or you could find me on Facebook, Howie. I actually stepped up to that, and that's Mike Rab, M-I-K-E-R-A-A-B, on Facebook. And you'll see my smiling face with the American flag behind it, same picture I used from WGBB. And I'm a little older, Howie, so they'll see a younger picture. But, I got to tell you something. We have an amazing community, Howie. Long Island as a whole, Nassau County as a whole, Long Beach, but none of us have ever been tested as we have been through Hurricane Sandy. And in reflection, I got chills when I think about all the wonderful volunteers and organizations and people who have brought love and support to people in need. And Howie, let me tell you, we've got years to go with this. Don't give up the faith, and certainly keep bringing people on that can talk about this.
Yeah, no, Mike. Combining my past and your past, one of my most inspirational stories from Hurricane Sandy. Because before I started the show in 2010, for 20 years I did a high school sports show, and one of the most inspirational stories coming out of Hurricane Sandy involved the Long Beach football team. After Hurricane Sandy, the players on the high school football team were displaced. Most of them couldn't take showers for days. They couldn't practice. Their houses were decimated. Obviously, they had no place to practice. Yet they qualified for the playoffs. And a few days before the playoff game against Cary, the administrators at Long Beach wanted to forfeit the game because of what the kids went through. And these players said, no, we earned this right. We earned this right, and we're a team, we're a family. And even though we're at a disadvantage, we're going to go to Franklin Square and we're going to play in that football game because we want to show what Long Beach is all about, that we can rise above adversity. And you know what? They played that game, even though they didn't win the game. To me, just the fact that they played showed their heart and showed what Long Beach is all about.
And that's why I say, that's a sign of recovery. It's a sign of strength, and it's a sign that it's a good sign towards mental health. But Howie, there are people suffering not only financial issues and recovery of their house issues. Howie, people are suffering from mental health issues as a result of Hurricane Sandy. Catholic Charities has a free program called DART, D-A-R-T. Call Catholic Charities and sign up for a free social worker. They'll come to your house. They're setting up group meetings. You're not alone emotionally out there, people. If you feel that you're not sleeping, if you feel anxious, if you don't think that you can think straight and make the right decisions, please, I beg of you, get the help. There is not a person out there that has gone through this that I can say was strong enough not to be able to go and vent to somebody or to reach out to somebody with either answers or just a kind heart to understand what you're going through. You go north of Merrick Road in most of Long Island and people say to you, you're still worrying about Hurricane Sandy, but yet we have thousands of people still affected by it, and we need to be healthy in order to be able to move forward.
I want to thank Mike Rabb, and Mike, we'll have you on again, and certainly before August 18th. And folks, especially here in the Long Beach community, please take Michael's words to heart, and you need to contact him. He's a great guy, and he really hit home with a lot of crucial, important topics. So we thank Michael Rabb for sharing with us today.